In this video, I'm going to show you how to install a ceiling fan yourself. And it's actually fairly simple to do. You just need to know what you're doing and the steps to take. So, we're going to go through all that step by step in this video. First things first, let's talk about tools and materials that you're going to need. You will need a screwdriver set, needle nose pliers, some electrical tape, wire strippers, a voltage tester, ladder, utility knife, drill, and drill bits. You may also need an extension pole depending upon your fan and your situation. And of course, the most important thing is your new fan. Now there are so many different kinds of fans out there, and it can be overwhelming trying to figure out which one to get. But when it comes down to it, you want to think about a few things. First off, you need to determine where you're going to put the fan. If it's for your living room or bedroom, etc. Also, consider what kind of style you want. Do you want something modern? Do you want something more traditional? Maybe even a rustic fan with some wood blades? Next up, you have to decide on the size of the fan. If you're replacing an existing fan, then you're probably going to stick with the same size. However, if you're putting in a brand new fan, then you want to measure the width of the room and divide that number by 6. That will give you the recommended size of the fan that you should get. And last but not least, think about whether you want a fan with a light kit or not. There are pros and cons to both. On one hand, having a light built into the fan is convenient. On the other hand, the light may not be as bright as a dedicated light fixture. The decision is completely up to you. The first step to installing a ceiling fan is to choose the right location. As a general rule, you want the bottom of the fan to be about 7 to 8 feet from the floor, and you never want to mount a fan too close to a heat source like a light fixture. You also want to make sure that there is a ceiling light or electrical box in place, because a fan needs power to run. Once you've determined the location, it's time to turn off the power. To ensure your safety, locate the circuit breaker that controls the power to the room and switch it off. Use a voltage tester to confirm that the power is off. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Next up, inspect or replace the electrical box. Most ceiling fans are not designed to be installed on drywall alone. So if you find that the only thing holding up your old fan is drywall, you'll need to install a new electrical box specifically designed for mounting fans. Now, if you do have a ceiling light fixture, then chances are you already have a junction box in place. In that case, you just need to remove the light fixture and make sure that the junction box is properly secured to the framing. After verifying that your electrical box is up to par, it's time to install the fan mounting bracket. This is usually the large metal bracket that the fan will attach to. Start by aligning the mounting bracket with the electrical box and mark the screw holes. Then, use a drill to make pilot holes at the marked locations. Next, use a screwdriver to secure the mounting bracket to the electrical box, using the included screws. Make sure that it's nice and tight. Now we're ready to install the downrod. The downrod is the part that connects the fan blades to the mounting bracket. Some fans come with an extension pole, so if you need to, you can extend the downrod to achieve the right length. Start by cutting the downrod to the desired length using a utility knife. Then feed the wires from the ceiling through the downrod. Next, attach the ball socket assembly to the top of the downrod. Then pass the wires back through the downrod and connect the wires to the fan motor using the provided wire connectors. Twist the wire connectors clockwise until they're tight. Tuck the wire connectors and any excess wire back into the downrod. Then attach the fan bracket to the downrod. Most likely you're going to need a screwdriver for this. Finally, secure the downrod to the mounting bracket using the set screws. Tighten them until the downrod is firmly in place. We're getting close to finishing up. Let's wire the fan. We're going to start by pulling the wires back down through the ceiling and out of the fan. Now here's where you'll need to use your creativity depending upon your situation. Some fans have a long enough cord where you can simply reach up and grab the cord and pull it down. Other fans have a really short cord where you have to remove the entire fan from the bracket and reach up and grab the cord that way. Now once you have the wires pulled down, strip about 1/2 inch of the outer jacket of the wires using the wire stripper. Then separate the wires by twisting them apart gently. Now you're going to need to match up the wires from the ceiling and the wires from the fan. Typically the hot wire from the ceiling will be black or red. The neutral wire will be white. And finally, the ground wire will be bare copper or green. Connect the hot wires together using a wire connector. Do the same for the neutral wires, and finally the ground wires. Once everything is connected, tuck the wire connectors back into the electrical box and secure the wires using the box's wire management system. We're almost done. Let's attach the fan blades and light fixture. Start by attaching the fan blades to the fan motor using the included screws. Then attach the light kit to the fan motor following the manufacturer's instructions. Before we can call this project complete, we need to test the ceiling fan. Turn the power back on at the circuit breaker and use a ladder to reach up and test the fan. Make sure that it's spinning in the right direction and that the light works if you have a light kit. If everything is working properly, then congratulations, you successfully installed a ceiling fan yourself. I do have a couple of safety tips to keep in mind when working on this project. Always turn off the power at the circuit breaker before working on the fan. Use a voltage tester to double-check that the power is off. If you're not comfortable working on a ladder, hire a professional electrician to do the job for you. And now I want to finish up this video by answering some frequently asked questions that I get about ceiling fan installation. Let's start with, do I need an electrician? No, you don't need an electrician. But if you're not comfortable working on a ladder or around electricity, then it's best to call a professional. How hard is it to install a ceiling fan? It's actually pretty easy to do if you follow these steps. The hardest part for me personally is reaching up and wiring the fan while standing on a ladder. What if my ceiling fan is wobbly? If your ceiling fan is wobbly, it could be because the mounting bracket is not level or the fan is not balanced. How do I balance my ceiling fan? Most ceiling fans come with a balancing kit. If your fan still isn't balanced after that, then it might be time to call a professional. How much does it cost to install a ceiling fan? If you hire a professional electrician, expect to pay around $150 to $300. The price will vary depending upon your location and the complexity of the job. Can I install a ceiling fan on drywall alone? No, it's not a good idea. You need a solid surface to mount the fan to. A lot of times you can buy a cheap metal plate that you can mount to the drywall and then screw into the framing behind the drywall. Can I install a ceiling fan without an electrical box? No. You need an electrical box or some other means of supporting the weight of the fan and providing power to it. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in more home improvement content, check out the rest of my videos. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.